What is going on, guys, and welcome back to another video, and this is going to be the first episode of Summer Shredding 2021. In my last Omegle video, I mentioned that my summer shredding program is officially up on Brandon Clark Fitness, so be sure to go check that out if you're interested in getting shredded this summer with me. Our goal is to lose about 10 pounds of fat so we can just be absolutely diced on the beach over the next 10 to 12 weeks. So even though this is officially the first day of the cut, I have been slowly decreasing my calories from my peak bulk for the past about 3 to 4 weeks. Basically what I'm gonna be doing with you guys today is taking you guys through a workout, as well as just showing you guys sort of a day in the life of what I'm eating right now. Let's get shredded, baby. All right, so it's noon and I'm just about to eat my second meal of the day. So it's gonna be a burrito with these carb control wraps. Now these things are absolutely phenomenal, but just take a look at those macros, guys. 80 calories, 8 grams of protein, 27 grams of carbs, but look at the fiber, 21 grams of fiber in there. And since fiber is not a digestible macronutrient, it's still very low in calories. And honestly, in my opinion, these 80 calorie tortillas taste better than a 200 calorie tortilla. You know what's already going on. We got the Chipotle lime chicken. 410 calories in that, 31 grams of protein. All right, so we've got the chicken here, and we're just gonna put it right on top of that damn Poncho carb control wrap. And then you just got an absolutely delicious, low calorie, extremely high protein burrito. There you go. Oh, that was so good. Oh my gosh. All right, you guys, on the way to the gym with this sweetheart. We're both cutting. You're pretty deep into your cut. How's it going?
It's going all right, man. About 5 weeks in.
How many pounds have you lost? Like,
my heaviest I was 194. Right now I'm 180.
Damn, so he's lost quite a bit. Pounds. You're looking lean though. We're both looking better. Be sure to comment down below if you think I should compete. I'll compete against Jay and Flores, and I'll whoop the ass. I'll whoop both of their asses. All right, you guys, we got some no stim pre in here. Be sure that when you're cutting and your calories are a little bit lower, that you are using either pre-workout or pump product, just because since you don't have enough calories, you don't have a ton of calories in your diet, your workouts probably aren't going to be as good. So using a pump product or a pre-workout can really, really help with that. The demon back. Look at it. Oh my gosh. All right, you guys, so a lot has happened since where that video just left off. It's been quite a few days since I filmed that. And this is probably the moment that a lot of you guys have been waiting for, because I've been saying that I was going to explain it for so long. So basically, everybody's been asking, what happened with the Swole house? That is the big question that I'm getting asked all of the time right now. I ended up making a YouTube video about it. Just sort of explaining the situation. I'm going to give all the same details in this one right here. But the problem was I made the YouTube video I filmed it directly after Flores had left. And so all the emotions, everything was just still so raw. I look back on it now, and it just wasn't a good time to film the YouTube video. I was just sort of so caught up in the whole thing that it just, I didn't get across the points very well that I was trying to get across. So here it is. I decided to remake it and sort of plug it into this first episode of Summer Shredding. But here's the basic rundown for those of you guys who aren't aware of what's going on. So the Swole house is no longer a thing. We're no longer living together in Dallas, Texas. Currently, I am at home. I packed all of my stuff and I got here yesterday. I packed it all into my car and I drove home. But so basically, I just want to explain to you guys, give you guys a little bit of an explanation just behind why the whole Swole house thing didn't work out. So basically what happened is when we had all originally planned on going there, the whole point was to, all live in the same house. And obviously there were complications with Alex. Because Alex decided that he basically wanted to go down and he didn't really want to live with a bunch of other guys because he was in a relationship with a girl. And they wanted to live together and they didn't want to live in a house with all of us guys, which is totally fine. It's totally understandable, but at the same time, it sort of defeated the purpose of what we wanted to do with the Swole house. So their plan was to move into an apartment in Dallas, close by, and still be around for, making content and all that type of stuff. But pretty much what happened is after Alex figured out that that was what he wanted to do, it just didn't make a lot of sense to have 3 people, just me, Flores, and Jay, living in a 5-bedroom apartment or a 5-bedroom house. That just didn't make a lot of sense. So if you're Rise and you're looking at this situation, you're just like, why did we really do this in the first place? So about a month and a half in, our sponsor decided to pretty much pull the plug on the entire thing, just because it didn't make sense to have 3 people, living in a big house. And pretty much what their plan is from here on out is to turn that house into a big Airbnb, basically, for other athletes of the company, so that they can get flown in and film content and do all that type of stuff, and also have it act as like a party house for supplement drops and stuff like that. That's pretty much what Rise decided to do, is sort of reshape the idea that they had in the first place. And obviously with that plan for the future, Jay, Flores, and I living there full time didn't make sense. So pretty much what we ended up doing, we were looking for an apartment for a really long time, because we just loved living together. One thing you guys need to know, right off the bat, is just that there is no hard feelings between any of the roommates. Flores and Jay will always be like family to me. I love them very, very dearly, which is why I've already, made plans to see them in the future. But we basically had 2 options. We could either try to find an apartment in Dallas by ourselves. Either we could do that and keep living together, which we really wanted to do, or we could pretty much just go back home. And so for Flores, what that looked like was heading back to Los Angeles. What it looked like for me was moving back to Bozeman. But pretty much what we tried to do is we tried to find an apartment, and we honestly just couldn't find anything that really fit our needs. And we were also under quite a bit of pressure, a lot of time constraints when it came to leaving the house, so we had to make a decision fast. And after looking for a place for a while, we pretty much just realized, like, yeah, this really, it seems like it's not meant to happen. And so after all of that, Flores was sort of the first one to decide to go home because, you know, Flores still lives in Los Angeles, so he has a lot of opportunities for collabs. It wasn't too destructive for him to head home because he still lives in a fitness hotspot where he can go back to creating, you know, the same content that he was doing before he joined the house. But for me, it was honestly a different story. I really tried hard to stay just because I had moved out there and I was kind of terrified of going back. Just that feeling of going backwards in life is just not something that I wanted to experience at all. And especially being here in Bozeman, that was also, it's just another downside because obviously up here the weather isn't great for fitness content, but also it's just really hard to collab with people. So I really wanted to stay in Dallas. I continued searching, but once again it all just came down to the time constraint that we were under and just a lack of being able to find any places in the area. And so I also decided to make the journey home. So I packed all my stuff into my car about 2 days ago. And I left. So there have been so many emotions that I've been feeling in the past couple weeks. You know, I've been really angry at this situation. I felt sort of betrayed, you know, having moved across the entire nation just to get down there, spend, you know, 2 months, and then pretty much have to go back home. It's not a good feeling at all. One of the things that I do feel bad about is I just feel sorry for you guys, you know, my viewers, just because for so long, you know, I sort of entertained this idea of the Swole House and made it seem like it was going to be something so cool and great, like, which it was. But and I know that there are so many of you guys out there that really enjoyed watching us make content together, and that just, like, that makes me hurt even more because you guys loved the podcast. You guys pretty much loved everything that we did together. You guys supported us so much, and in the end, we weren't able to keep it going. And now, pretty much an update, like, in my life is just, I've been dealing with some extreme depression, and anxiety. When I was down there and I realized that I might be going back home, but even if I didn't go back home, that I would have to be like moving out of the house, you know, moving all of my belongings again. It just sort of like gave me crippling anxiety, and I was a nervous wreck for a really long time, and all of that stress really played a part in sort of culminating in me just making the decision, I'm just gonna go home, even though now I'm stuck with this like terrible feeling that, you know, I feel like I've sort of gone backwards, which is, it's not a good feeling at all. And I hope that I'll be able to still produce, you know, really good content up here. But that's pretty much a rundown of the entire situation. That's where I am right now. Currently, I am considering entering into a couple bodybuilding competitions because the cut, you know, I'm still on the cut. I'm still trying to lose body fat for this summer. But I need something to sort of take my mind off of everything that's happened in the past couple weeks. So I might be entering a bodybuilding competition. I'm still, you know, doing my diet. But yeah, right now it's just kind of a sucky time in my life. And if you guys could just pray for me when you get the chance, because yeah, it's been pretty rough. And it was really rough just because when I left here, I left Montana, you know, I was leaving my family. But then I went down there, so it was hard to leave my family. And I traveled, you know, all the way across. I moved all the way across the United States, but then, you know, I made family there. You know, I had Alex, Jay, and Flores, who I just became like amazing friends with, and then it was really, really hard. It was really, really hard to leave them. So I hope that this sort of answers some of your guys' questions. Sorry, this is a little bit of a downer way to end the first episode of Summer Shredding, but that's pretty much an update with everything. So I'll still be going strong on the cut. I'll still be trying to put out as best of content as I possibly can for you guys. But thank you guys just so much for all your love and support, and just please pray for me if you ever get the chance. So with all of that said, I'm probably going to end the video here. Be sure to like and subscribe, because hopefully there'll be some crazy content coming up in the future. And I'm excited to take you guys with me through the process of sort of getting shredded for this summer. So be sure to follow me on Instagram at Brendan_C_Clark. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to drop a comment down below. And I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace.